Hello YouTube, it's Sean from the Pompey Games Room, back with a completely different sort of video here. I follow a few different sort of YouTube types of channels, obviously retro gaming and things like that, video game collecting in main, which I obviously have a channel for. But I also follow two other sort of channels. I follow some Lego channels and also some model railway channels. So what do I mean by that? Well, I follow them. I don't really actively collect for them. I get a few Lego sets here and there. Recently shared one on my latest pickup video, a Lego set for an amazing Sonic the Hedgehog set that was given for my birthday, most recent birthday. Yeah, I also follow a good few model railway channels. I really love how people can create things similar to the Lego, can create things that are in their mind, and especially model railways in regards to people coming up with the ideas for these layouts, these designs, and also the sort of locomotives they want to run on these sets. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm really excited to be recording this video. So in front of you here you can see some actual locomotives here. To use the actual real term that people seem to use on those channels, I'm going to try and sort of use some of the terminology that I've picked up over the 3 to 4 years, actually probably more than that, 5 to 7 years I would say, that I've been watching a channel in particular, Hover Motion. Hover Motion is run by a guy called Jim. Absolutely lovely guy, just comes across in his videos as such a knowledgeable, friendly guy. Sometimes you get that from people when you watch them, and ever since sort of like when I first started watching his stuff, I'm going to say sort of 2015, 2016, confidently. I'll probably look back now, his channel wasn't even going then, but anyway. I've been watching stuff a long time. You can look back on a lot of old videos and there'll be comments from me on them. But yeah, so Jim picks up an awful lot of stuff. He also has an incredible loft layout. A real treasure trove in that loft of model trains, and also an amazing layout. He's really into the whole design of the layout, constantly changing things here and there with the pickup of great reviews. Also how to do guides, repairs and bits and bobs like that. So so this is a bit of a collaboration video really. So just give you a bit of a background to this. So in November last year, my dad's mum sadly passed away. She was in sort of mid to late 90s, had an amazing life. But she was still living in the house where my dad was brought up. And in the loft was my dad's old train set. And this is part of it. So we've got, even down to the old, we undone like an old trunk. And we found like old boxes and things. This is all sort of stuff that I've kept. There's an idea in mind for all this. So it's all in pretty good condition. We've got all of the old track. I'll share some pictures because my daughter and I sorted it out around Christmas time, putting it into boxes and bubble wrap, as you can see here. But I love these. I just love these. These scream nostalgia. Sorry guys, bit of a jump cut there. We found loads of old stuff up there. It's all been bubble wrapped so it can be put away, but loads of old carriages. Plenty of old track, which is again all I've got to test all this because my daughter recently got another train set, double O gauge. This is all my dad's original stuff. So yeah, there's a few of the straight end parts here as well, which have just fallen out. But yeah, I mean, there's absolutely loads. If I've got a picture of it, I'll pop the picture in. Also found some of my old trains that we used to play with on the layout. My old duck locomotive, which actually clips back together. He still works. Could not believe it. We literally fired up the train. We put this train on my daughter's layout she got for Christmas, and it worked like first time. This is my original from when I was a kid, and sort of the late 80s, 90s. I've even got my Thomas the Tank engine. Yeah, this one's a Hornby, so this is a Thomas the Tank engine. I mean, it's seen better days. Doesn't work, this one, but funnily enough, that's my one. The one my daughter got in her set. Just good. This is a new one. This is one that came in her set. It's literally the same engine, same profile, same. It's the same. I mean, any collectors will be able to tell me different, but yeah, I mean, it's literally the same thing. So yeah, I've really pretty much got a brand new one of these in my daughter's layout. But anyway, this aside, this doesn't matter. So why am I recording this video? Well, I'm recording this video because, like I said, I'm going to be doing a bit of a collaboration, and it's with Jim at Hover Motion. And these are some trains that I remember playing with my dad when we were younger. My dad's due to be 70 later this year, and I thought it would be amazing since we found all this stuff, because my dad was pretty nostalgic about it when we opened it up and went through it and looked at all the old stuff in the box. And sort of, this is my dad's original train that he used to play with as a kid. I believe these ones were bought out. Sorry for the jump cut there, all the track was just about to fall off the side that I moved. Anyway, so we were just talking, this is my dad's original engine, and this is a Tri-ang R5200 gauge. I believe it's a Jinty Tank locomotive. It took a lot of research trying to find this, but it really helps with these numbers on the side and the British locomotive thing, British Railways sticker just there. Yes, I was able to do a bit of tracking down on this and find out more about it, and I believe this model ran from 1955 to 1959. So yeah, this engine is pretty old, and sadly it doesn't work anymore. It's all seized up, and it's seen better days. The plastic is starting to warp as well, as you can see. It's sort of sinking there. Bit of yeah, sort of just there you can see towards the area that the driver would be in the cab. And it's seen better days. The plastic started to warp as well. But anyway, it's my dad's original engine. So that's one thing I want to show. These are 00 gauge Hornby Intercity 125s from around 1988 to 1990. Seems to remember getting these at Christmas one year when we were kids. But sadly, these don't work either. We put these on the layout. They didn't work. I mean, not surprising, really. There's cables hanging out of them and all that stuff. So yeah, not really the biggest surprise, but these were so cool growing up. I used to love playing with these because the lights lit up as well. I was heavily into my scale electrics, so like the lights lit up and everything. But we've got the whole set here, and this one's considerably heavy compared to that one, so I don't know whether that means anything. So I'm very, very new to this sort of hobby, and I think it will become a hobby down the line. Obviously being sort of architecture, job orientated, I'm sort of in quite a creative environment, and I quite like creating things like yeah, obviously it's people's extensions and houses and things like that. So I can definitely see myself getting into this sort of modelling stuff with model train sets down the line. But yeah, I've got the full set here for the Intercity. It's all in really, really good condition, and this is stuff that's got so many memories from my brothers and I. Those of you guys that don't know my sort of story for my channel, I started my retro gaming channel in memory really of my younger brothers. Not younger brothers, my younger brother and my older brother, who both sadly passed away over the years, over the last 15 years. So sort of nostalgia is a very, very big thing to me, and a very, very important thing to me. So when we found these, I thought, you know what, for my dad's 70th, I'm going to send these off to Jim at Hover Motion and see what he can do with them, see if he can fix them, see if he can get them going. I said there's no sort of problems if he can't, and no worries if he breaks them. I mean, they're not working already, but you know, even if I get these back and they're not working, it doesn't matter. But I would love to try and get these up and running, because my dad's a very creative person. He's a very good artist, and was also in the architecture trade as well, hence how I sort of came upon this career. Yeah, I think my dad would really enjoy possibly even watching some of Jim's stuff to give him a bit of inspiration. But my dad's, I think he's looking for some new hobbies and things like that. And I could really see him getting into building stuff. And my older brother was all into Warhammer, painting sets and buildings and things like that. And my dad always sort of fleetingly showed an interest in that. So this could be something that my dad could get into. So the idea is, with 70th, I'm going to get him like a special, like a pack made up with hopefully these repaired and running, and these videos to show him as well, because hopefully Jim will do some content. If not, doesn't matter. I'll set up my daughter's train set and we'll watch them running around the track, hopefully working. But yeah, so these are not working at the moment, so I'm going to send these off to Jim, and he is going to try and work his magic and try and get these working. I'm going to box them up today, and I've now got to repair my office, got to clean my office floor, because trying to get this stuff out, pulled half of my new retro gaming pickups down, so there's stuff currently all over my office floor. But anyway, so the idea is to batch up all this stuff that's working and put it in almost like a hamper, really, for my dad. Almost make up like a little a sort of model train, sort of nostalgic slash sort of ideas, inspiration, and just a bit of a walk down memory lane for him. Just something special for his big birthday this year. So yeah, we'll see what happens on the next part of the video.
Hi, just a quick shout out to Pompey Games Room. Sean, it's a channel I've been following for a few years now. Really nice guy. It's purely sort of retro gaming really, but he's followed my channel for a year or so. We've always commented on each other's channels, as he knows that I'm a gamer as well. So, but he did mention to me, would there be any possibility of looking at a couple of locos from years gone by from his dad's side, and I'm not sure whether these Intercity 125s are from Sean's side or not. I can't remember what he said now, but I'm going to try and get these running. They're not running at the moment, so these are beautiful. Even though I've got the wires hanging out there on the bottom, I don't know what's going on there, but we'll have a look, see if we can get them going. But they're really nice. Yeah, really nice livery on that. So I'm going to try and get that going. And we've got an R52 Tri-ang Jinty Hornby tank loco, which I'm going to try and get going. Don't know nothing about these old locos. I don't know much about this era of loco. It looks like it's virtually indestructible the way it's made. I'm going to try and take that apart, see if we can get that going, clean it up, see what's wrong with it. So that's on the next video probably. But yeah, just a shout out to Sean. Attempt to service this R52 Tri-ang Jinty Tank loco. I think this is from the 60s, probably mid 60s, maybe even earlier. The plastic body on it is very sort of crude castings on it. It's a bit warped. I don't know if it's meant to be like that, I'm not sure. It looks really a robust loco. I don't know really much about these, but I'm going to attempt to strip it down. Right, so I'm going to have a look at this loco, and as I say, I don't really know much about it. I just had to get a body off. I was looking for ages and I just couldn't see any screws, and then all of a sudden I've noticed one where the chimney is. Just couldn't believe it in such an obvious place. So let's get a screwdriver. It's a slotted screwdriver. And just take off that screw. Looks like a long brass screw, and that should hopefully pop off, but it's probably never been taken off, so I don't know whether that. Ah, yeah, there we go. Wow. Very carefully pull that apart. Yeah, that comes off nicely, that. You can see where it's been cast many decades ago. Totally durable though. And yeah, I think we're going to have to look at the insulation on the motor brushes. I'll give that a bit of an oil as well. Something I use at work is really fine Scotch-Brite, and it's not too abrasive, and it's ideal for just cleaning up metal surfaces. See that wheel there? I've just done that one. That's only a couple of seconds worth, and yeah, I think I'll just carry on using that for cleaning wheels up on stuff like this. Dirt on it, etc. I can see all the dirt coming off in the water now. Well, you can see that, all the dirt floating around. Just do that for a couple of minutes and rinse it off. There we go, that's nice. So we're back at it again. Well, I'm back at it again, trying to get into, this is the drive car. Again, I've got the 6 glue sticks. It's so tight, this body. The thing is, if you put a screwdriver in the end there and push that out, there's a risk of fracturing the plastic if you're not careful, and I don't really want to mess with that too much. So I'm just going to try and manipulate this out best I can, really. Just need to just slightly get a tiny thin blade and just put one in slightly and move it out a fraction, and then yeah, at last. Looks in good nick though. I reckon that'd fire up. I've not tried it on the test track yet. I'm going to try it in a minute, but the wheels need cleaning. Contacts probably need cleaning. Wherever the contacts are, I don't know. Power supply. Straight to the motor. That seems to work quite nicely actually. It's got a bit of a... yeah, I think it just wants running for a while. Alright, let's chop that off. Redo that. Spin that around. Tin that up.
Okay, and here we are 6 weeks later. Actually, it's probably about 2 months later from that first part of the video being shot. And I'm pleased to announce that they're back with me, the models. So you've just seen some footage from Jim's amazing channel. Make sure you go check out the full videos. They'll be linked in the description below. Like I said, I'm completely new to this side of sort of YouTube, the model railways and things. And it is, like I said, it is like a second sort of channel that I watch because I love seeing people create stuff, and I cannot thank Jim enough. I've actually sorted Jim out some gift vouchers from Arcadia Models. Is a shop that he's frequented over the last sort of few years that I've been watching his channel. So Jim, if you have received something through the post, that'll be the vouchers to say thank you so much. I know you said you didn't want anything. You were incredibly kind to sort this out for me. And I just really appreciate it. So yes, there will be some vouchers on the way to you, mate. I've called Arcadia and they will be in touch with you, probably in the post with some stuff. So it's arrived back. This is the box that I sent, so he's very eco-friendly as well, Jim, which is what we like. And we're going to open them up. I mean, you've seen them being repaired, so so let's get them back out. How best to do this? Let's start off with this one. This incredibly wrapped. It's much better wrapped than I sent them to. I think this is my dad's engine, and it is all cleaned and sealed, which you will see. Oh man, it looks completely different when I sent it off. So all cleaned, all the dust has been taken out. Jim has given this a really good clean, as you probably would have seen in the videos, and it's now working as well, which is amazing. Obviously was the whole point of this video to see it working. So yes, I could have bought this engine again. It's like 30 quid to buy, but this is my dad's original one when he was a child. And in fact, I found the back carriage to this. God, I need to get better at planning for these videos. Still shocking. Doesn't matter. Different hobby, same problem. Stuff never to hand. So I found the carriage that I believe came with this train, or goes with it. I certainly remember my dad having this for the train when we were younger, and it obviously clips on the back and it pulls it along. It probably doesn't even belong to it, but yeah, this was the carriage that I always remember being with the train. And it's actually got it's a Tri-ang 2335 carriage, we'll call it that. Yeah, so yes, really happy to have this back. Like I said, I could have bought this brand new. Well, I don't know if it was brand new, but I certainly could have bought it again for like 30 quid. But to get it repaired by Jim is a no-brainer. So let's put this one in the back here. Let's put the carriage there so I don't lose it again. And then the next ones are, I'm really excited about these ones, because these are the ones that I remember getting for one Christmas. I seem to remember when we were kids. These are slightly more expensive to buy brand new as well. You can still buy them. I seem to recall they're about 150 to 100 to 200 quid. But Jim has kindly cleaned up all the contacts on the bottom, and this is the Intercity 125. And you might remember from the first part of the video there was cables sticking out of this. Not this one actually. This is the lighter one, the heavier one, which has also been repaired here. I've just dropped the carriages to it. I'll revert you to my previous comment about better preparing for these videos. And the other one's just about to go off my lap if I can feel it. So he's cleaned everything on this. These look unbelievable. I cannot wait to be able to give these to my dad for his 70th. And also the lights work again now as well. He had a bit of a problem trying to sort them out, but he managed to sort them. So, and obviously I've got the carriages, which I didn't send. The other one's just fallen on the floor, but there's 4 to this train. So let's put this one back here. Let's move the postage calculator. Let's move the weighing scales. I'll tell you what, I'll treat you. Let's put the one that fell on the floor up as well. So let's pop that there. Let's pop those at the back because they haven't been repaired. So then we come to the really heavy duty one. This is the one he repaired for me as well. And this is one that had the cable hanging out of it that you might remember. And oh man, so good to see these back. And this is the really heavy one. So obviously had a great difficulty trying to get these tops off, trying to pop them off with all the little glue sticks he popped in and stuff. But yes, he has done a great job. I cannot wait to be able to give these to my dad for his 70th. Yeah. So really cannot thank you enough, Jim, and I really hope you spend that voucher on something, or put it towards something you've been after for your layout. I'm incredibly grateful for you sorting it out for me. I've wanted to sort this for my dad for his birthday. They're away. My mum and dad are both away on a cruise at the moment. They're back at the weekend. I'm recording this on the Thursday before the Easter break. Probably going to see them over the weekend possibly, or the week following. So everything's sorted. Jim was also really helpful in saying some bits and bobs that I should look for. So I've also I've got the bag of stuff that my my dad had in the original layout, the stuff I could retain, but I wanted to get him some new stuff. So first of all, the controller wouldn't have been working. It was like completely beat up. I mean it's in pieces, but I bought a new this is like a very starter kit, and it's a Gauge Master analog, and it's just a control, sort of very sort of retro old style one. The person I went to the Alton Model Centre. What a fantastic shop that is. I've always wanted an excuse to go in there, and I had a legitimate excuse to be in there. My daughter and I were in there for a good 45 minutes a couple of weekends ago, and we bought all this stuff there. And it's incredible. If anyone's in the area, I've never been to the Alton Model Centre, there's a bit of everything. There's Warhammer in there, there's model aircraft, Skeletrics, model trains, a bit of everything. I can see my dad wanting to go there if he picks this up as a hobby. Like, there's no pressure. I just wanted to be able to sort this out for him if it's something he wanted to do. Also got Your Guide to Model Railways, layout and construction. Really good. I ended up looking at this the day I bought it back. It's got like ideas for tracks, and it's also got sort of how to build guides and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think he's really going to enjoy doing this. My dad's a very creative person, really good artist. Used to be a architectural technologist, the same as me as well. So he's good at how things go together and how things work. So this might be something for him to sort of really get his teeth into and stuff like that. So yeah, really excited for him to get this. Also had this hamper left over from like a couple of Christmases ago. I think I got some wine in this from a client. I can't remember, but I don't even drink, so the wine's long since gone, probably been given out as gifts. But we also then bought this Pico starter track set. Sort of reminds me of Thomas the Tank Engine, the colouring and the text. But anyway, this is all new track, obviously. It's just to get him going on a layout, and it's all got the bits on the back there. Yeah, that's all the stuff we've got. We've got repaired engines as well. You know what? This is actually going to work quite well, isn't it? Put that on there until it all falls down. And then I've also got the bag of retained stuff, which I've got to go through and separate again. This is all the stuff that came out the loft. This is the old transformer, which I said has long since given up the ghost. That I'm not even going to try that. It's probably completely dead. Oh, it's my daughter's camera. I've still got to take her pictures off for her. I'm glad I found that. I'll do that in a minute. We've got some old carriages here. So I'm going to, obviously these can all be given back to my dad. They've all been cleaned up by myself. Obviously not very well. I'll put them here. We've got things like the old points and stuff, which I've still got to repair. There's a bit missing here, but I'm going to try and glue it because I've kept it in here. And we've got literally hundreds, not hundreds, but literally, you know, tens of pieces of track, shall we say. So I also believe that this is the old track that you require for the Tri-ang track for the Jinty model to run on, because it won't work on the other track that I've got. This is the sort of, you can see here the profiles on that are really quite big. The grooves on the bottom of the tyres there fit on that, whereas they will scrape on the smaller bits if this bit goes on. You can see obviously the tyres will, the inner ring there will rub on the plastic sleepers. So but Jim kindly told me that, so I am aware that I'm probably going to buy some more track. Now there is quite a lot of this track still in here, so I'm going to give that, this works as my dad can see in the video, but there is literally about 10 bits of this sort of track in here. You literally just got to piecemeal it all together. There's another bit there. But yeah, the idea was the main track set is all this stuff has been retained from the holdall that was in my nan's loft. So all this stuff I will bundle up and I'll put with the in there in this pack here. I'll put it at the bottom. So he's got a lot of track to get himself going, and obviously we've got all the old packs. I'm going to try and do something with these as well in the hamper. I'll try and get a picture and put it up. We've got some old carriages still here. We've got another one similar design to the one I just showed you a minute ago. That'll be going to my dad again. Going back to my dad, sorry. We've got, I showed these in the first one. We've got Annie and Clarabelle. These were mine when I was a kid. Yeah, got those. Let's take out, keep scratching myself in this track. God, it's like lethal, this stuff. And I've got, sorry. So I've got Duck here. Obviously I showed him in the first video. He needs to have his top glued back on, but he's working. I mean, literally first time we put him back on the track, he worked fine. So we've got Duck. I think we'll probably keep hold of him because my daughter has the train set. My son and daughter have the train set that my father-in-law kindly brought back from the landfill, and it works fine. So this is my original Thomas with no face, and this is the one that my daughter got with her train set, literally exactly the same. I touched on that in the last part of the video, but like I said, it was 2 months ago that I recorded this. So there are some more carriages which are scattered around. I've got another one here. Actually this one feels like it might be a bit broken, that one, but anyway, got that one there. Just falling. Just so much track in here, it's unreal. You get the point. There's like a whole load of stuff in there, but anyway. Yeah, so a success. I actually managed to take one of these videos through, which is something I never ever managed to do on my retro gaming channel. If you see, I've got so many projects that are not finished. But yeah, I am going to be uploading some retro game stuff very soon. It's just this has taken a sort of front seat ever since obviously I went to when my nan passed away in November. This was something I wanted to do for my dad. We've recently just cleared the house for my nan as well, so it was quite emotional time, obviously, and it just made me really happy that I kept all this stuff back, and I've managed to sort it out for him. So just want to show you it all fits in the hamper. Can't believe it. So yeah, I managed to get the track down the back. As you can see, they're very messy, but it's all hidden. So got the trains packed up in some Ziploc bags for my dad to undo. to have a look, and it's all gone together really, really well. So, Dad, if you're watching this, happy 70th birthday. We hope you've had an amazing time. We love you very much. All our love, Sean, Sam, Ruth, and George. Until next time, guys, please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.
We got our bodies back on, it's all cleaned up. All working nice. So, here we go, let's see. Yep, that's nice. I like that. Nice and smooth, that. Got it on the track. Got to remember, this is Fleischmann track as well, which isn't, it's not designed to run on this, but this track could probably do with a bit of cleaning, to tell you the truth. And it works. Yeah, that works. I'm just going to run it in a bit more for what I've done. And that'll be it. I can then send these back to Sean. All these models that I've done now. And he can take over.